Hey, what's up everyone? Time for 30 minutes of abs and core exercise in a Pilates style. I'm Preston. All you'll need is a mat and some water. We'll get right started with a warm-up and then get into some exercises. Let's start on all fours. Knees hip distance apart, neutral spine. Let's start with some cat and cow movements. Drop the stomach. Look up towards the corners of your room for the cow. Exhale, push the mat away, round your back for the cat. We'll do 3 more of each. Inhale, drop your stomach, look up. Exhale, push the mat away, round your back for the cat. 2 more of each. Last round of cat and cow. Alright, when you're done, come back to a neutral spine, all fours once again. This time we will raise the left arm up to the sky. Then thread it underneath the right. Resting the left shoulder on the mat, walk your right hand forward. Head rests on the mat. Left shoulder on the mat, right hand reaching forward. Great job. Walk your right hand back to center. Push up back to all fours. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Thread it underneath your left armpit this time. Right shoulder rests on the mat. Walk your left hand forward. Nice work. Let's come back to center. Let's stretch out our abs a little bit. From all fours once again, walk your hands to the top of the mat. Let your pelvis fall towards the mat. Exhale. Try and get your pelvis all the way in the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Great job. Let's come back up to all fours and get ready for our first part of the routine, which will be a plank for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, I believe. Let's come to all fours. Step your right foot back, left foot back. You're in that straight arm plank. We're going to hold this for a whole 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so let's talk about some good plank form. You have your wrists underneath your shoulders. Retract your shoulder blades slightly. Squeeze your butt. Engage your abs. Keep breathing. Toes are curled under. Your butt is in line with your shoulders, or maybe slightly below. But you do not want your butt above your shoulders, because then your core muscles aren't doing much work. So either in line with your shoulders or slightly below your shoulders. Remember, a plank is a straight piece of wood, so make your body nice and straight. You can always drop down to a forearm plank. Just make sure you bring your butt with you. Over halfway through this plank, keep breathing. Engage your abs. Remember, you can always drop to your knees to take a quick breather. But as soon as you're ready to get back into that plank, push back up into the plank. Every time we do a plank, we add on 1 second. And we will do one more plank at the end of the routine. Since we did this one for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, the next one will be for 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Only 40 more seconds left on this plank. Stay strong, engage everything. You're working all of your muscles right now. 30 more seconds left. You can do anything for 30 seconds. I haven't done one of these in a while. Broke my finger, then I hurt my back. But now I'm mostly healed. Last 10 seconds, then we'll shift back into a child's pose. Great job. Knees are wider than your hips. Shift your weight back to a child's pose. We'll take a quick child's pose here. And then get right into some abs and core work. Great job on that plank. All right, let's come back up to all fours. We'll flip on over to our backs. Found an earring on the floor. Put that over here. All right. Flip on over onto your back, and then we will roll on down. Feet on the mat, knees are bent. Your feet are slightly forward of your knees. Your low back is glued to the mat. Arms down by your side. Let's do a few pelvic lifts. So take a nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, peel your pelvis up vertebrae by vertebrae until you're at the top of your range of motion. You should be trying to create a diagonal line from your knees to your hips to where your shoulders touch the mat. Take a nice big inhale, then exhale, lower each vertebrae down. All right, we'll do 2 more of these. Should feel nice and relaxing. Take a nice deep breath in. Then on the exhale, peel your pelvis up once again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lifting your hips up to the sky, keeping your shoulders glued to the mat. And then on your next exhale, lower down once again. Your hips are the last thing to touch, articulating each vertebrae down to the mat. One last pelvic lift. Take a nice big inhale, then exhale, peel up once. One final time. And then on your exhale, lower each vertebrae down to the mat. Nice work. Let me move forward a little bit. All right. Let's bring our feet together and our knees together on the mat. Take a nice big inhale, then exhale. Bring your legs up to tabletop position. So you're making a straight line from your knees to your hips. Your legs are still glued together. Let's curl the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat so the only thing touching on the mat is the tips of your shoulder blades. Raise your arms 2 or 3 inches off the mat, and we'll do what's called Pilates 100. So we'll pump our arms vigorously at our sides for 100 reps. Breathing in for 5 and exhaling for 5. To make this a little bit more challenging, you can extend your legs out to 45 degrees or up to 90 degrees, whatever works for you. I'm ensuring my lower back heals, so I'm keeping my lower back glued to the mat with my knees in tabletop. We're at 70 out of 100, 80, 90, and we're done. Lower your head to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock yourself from side to side. Turn your head right and left. Nice work there. All right, let's bring our legs back to tabletop. Head, neck, and shoulders curl off the mat once again. Hands interlock behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. Extend one leg out long. Take that right armpit and reach it towards your left knee. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Then we'll switch. Left armpit reaches over to the right knee. Left leg extends 45 degrees. And then we'll switch. We'll do 3 more on each side. Reaching the armpit towards opposite knee. 2 more each side. Try and do nice, slow, and controlled. No movement from your torso to your shoulders on the mat. Last 1 each side. Nice work. Bring your knees into your chest. Let your head fall to the mat. Give yourself a nice hug on the mat. Rock yourself from side to side. Small range of motion. Lower back should stay on the mat. Nice massage there. All right, great job. Let's flip on over to all fours once again. We'll do some bird dogs and then add on a little bit to make them a little more challenging. All right, so let's come to all fours. Suck your navel to your spine without arching your back. You want to keep it nice and neutral. We'll do some bird dogs, then add on from there. So first, let's extend the right leg out back. Point the right toe, extend the right leg nice and straight, about hip height. Once you have that, extend your left arm out long, looking down at the mat. Really reach your left arm forward as you also push your right leg back, trying to touch those walls. Take a nice big inhale. Then on the exhale, move the left arm over to the left so you're making a straight line from your shoulder out through your left hand to the left. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Then take the left hand and position it underneath your right armpit. We'll hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Next movement, continue with your left hand past your right armpit, kind of rotating, looking over to the right. Keeping that right leg still extended out long for 3, 2, and 1. Now we will reverse everything. So first, take that left hand, which should be past your right shoulder, and position it under your right armpit. Don't forget about that right leg. And then let's take that left hand, extend it out long, and then move that left hand out in front. Classic bird dog position. And then let's bring everything in. Take a second. Let's sit back into a child's pose before we do the other side. Great work on that bird dog. That was not easy. Remember, you can pause the video at any time if you need to take a break. Fast forward or rewind if you're not watching it live. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's come back to all fours. So this time we will extend the left leg out to the wall behind us. Point the toe. Left leg is about hip height. Engage your abs. Once you have that position, we'll extend the right arm out long. Looking down at the mat. Let me just readjust here so I can get a straight line from my shoulder to my wrist. All right. Then on your exhale, move that right arm out to the right, so you're making a straight line out to the right from your right shoulder to your right hand. Take a nice big inhale. Then on your exhale, take your right hand and travel underneath to your left armpit. Hold that there. Take an inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll continue with that right hand past the left armpit. Kind of rotating, opening to the left, looking out to the left. Take an inhale, and then on the exhale, let's reverse everything. Right hand comes under left armpit. Straighten that left leg. Keep it engaged. On the next exhale, we'll extend that right arm nice and slowly out to the right side. Looking down at the mat. And then on your final exhale, right hand comes out straight, back to the original bird dog position. Nice work. Inhale, then exhale, bring everything back down to center. Shift your hips around, widen your knees wider than your hips, then sit back into a child's pose once again. Great job on these difficult core exercises. All right. Let's flip on over to our backs once again. Great job. All right, from here, let's just lay here for the rest of the time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, from here, let's do some small crunches. So hands behind the head, interlocking fingers, elbows nice and wide. Bring your legs to tabletop, glue your legs together. And we'll go for 20 small crunches. So just nice and small. Just barely touching your hands to the mat and barely coming up past your chest with these. Really focus on that mind-muscle connection. So your abs are pulling your upper back and head off the mat. It's not your neck, it's not your hands. Just really focus on your abs doing all of the work. Since this is a easier exercise, we're focusing on the mind-muscle connection. Our mind is really focused on those abs pulling our upper back and head off the mat. We'll do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Great job. Lower everything down to the mat. Let's rock side to side, turning our head left and right. Nice work. We'll do some side lying exercises to activate our hips, our glutes. All right. which helps support our core. Let's do some side lying leg exercises. Doesn't matter which side you're on. Make sure your legs are in a 90-degree angle, like if you were sitting on a chair. Your head is supported by your hand. Your other hand can be anywhere that feels comfortable for you. So we'll start by lifting the door and closing the door on one side. And then on the next one, hold it up. Rotate your knee internally and your toes pointed up towards the ceiling, and we'll hold this position as we do the same garage door movement up and down. Internal rotation though. Do 3, 2, and last one. Next, we'll keep that internal rotation and then change it to external. So we'll touch our feet and touch our knees. Touch your feet, touch your knees. Do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll do one last exercise with our feet in the air. Same exercise, touching the knees, touching the feet, touching the knees, touching the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's flip on over to the other side. Do the same 3 or 4 exercises on the other side before we have to get into our last plank. So flip on over to your other side. Legs are in that 90-degree sitting position. Left hand or a hand is supporting the head, other hand's doing whatever it wants. We'll lift the garage door, close it. No rotation right now. We'll add that in a few seconds. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Rotate your knee internally, toe points up towards the ceiling. Same movement, but knees pointing down, toes are pointing up. We'll do 3, 2, last one. Same movement. We're going to touch our feet. Touch your feet, touch your knees, touch your feet, touch your knees, feet, knees, feet, knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both feet in the air. We'll do the same thing. Knees, feet, knees, feet, knees, feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, great job. Let's flip on over, get ready for our final movement of the day, which is a plank for 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So flip on over to all fours, and we will get into that final plank. Maybe take a round of cat-cow while we wait another 30 seconds, or maybe a child's pose. Do whatever you want here. We're just going to focus on that final plank, get into a quick cool down, and then be done for the day. All right, let's get on to all fours. Stick your right foot back, right leg back. Left leg meets it either together or hip distance apart, and we start our plank for 2 minutes and 46 seconds. All right, let's just review once again. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. All 10 fingers are spread nice and wide. Equal weight distribution in the hands. You're squeezing your butt, squeezing your abs, slightly squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hamstrings are up towards the sky. Remember, you can always drop to your knees. You can take a child's pose, cat and cow, whatever you want if you need to. You can also switch it up, drop it to a forearm plank. You can alternate between the two. Maybe rock back and forth. Whatever you do, try and hold this plank position for the entire time. Way more than halfway through. By way more, I mean about 60% of the way through. Alternating between a forearm plank and a straight arm plank. 1 minute to go. Drop to your knees if you need to. Ain't no shame in that. I'm coming back from like a month-long plank vacation. And man, I feel not so strong doing the plank for 2 minutes and 46 seconds. But good news, we only have 30 seconds left. And then we get into that cool down. Keep breathing. You should be shaking. Really engage those abs. Only 15 seconds left. Then we get into that cool down. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. Nice work. Cool down time. Sit back into a child's pose. Really shift your weight back to your heels. Try and get your butt to touch your feet. Stretch your arms forward, then walk them to one side of the mat. We'll hold that here for one big breath. Then back to center. Walk your hands over to the other side of the mat. One big breath. Nice work. Walk your hands back to center. Let's come back to all fours. We'll do 3 cat-cows like we did in the warm-up. Inhale, drop the stomach, look up towards the corners of your room. Exhale around the mat, around your back, push the mat away for the cat. One more of each.
You're watching the Weather Channel, your most accurate.
Exhale. One of my favorite songs.
4 hours a day.
Great way to end.
Hey, good evening. You're watching the Weather
All right, let's walk the hands forward. Drop the stomach towards the mat. Hips, pelvis, connect. Look up once again. Then lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, then exhale, push up. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, on the way down. Exhale, last one. Nice work. Let's flip on over to a seated position, cross-legged. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your hands up to the sky. Take a nice big inhale, then let your left hand fall to the mat. Then your left forearm, then your left elbow. Keep your right hip on the mat, look up towards the sky. Side body stretch on the right. Exhale, come back to center, arms up to the sky. Right hand, right forearm, right elbow, left hip stays on the mat. Look up. One big breath in. And one big breath out. Thank you so much. That was 30 minutes of abs and core exercise in a Pilates style. We are live every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like the video, please subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. All right. Bye now.